This conference will now be recorded.
So yesterday we understood little more details about financial dimensions and accounting structure. Okay, accounting structure is combination of main accounts plus financial dimensions. Okay, in this accounting structure, actually I'm showing like till now we are looking at optional only, because if it is optional, whether you have entered or not entered, it will not create any problems. If it is mandatory, then how it behaves, I will explain you. Okay. Fine. So let me change some accounting structure. In the accounting structure, let me change here. So for this USMF company, suppose this is USMF company. For this USMF company, if I go to general ledger, go to ledger setup, ledger. In this we have three structures. It was mapped: manufacturing BS, manufacturing P&L, and statistical. So any combination you can create. Okay, so the first one is manufacturing BS. If I click on here or here, it is anything is fine. You can click here or you can click here. So in this, it is 10002 39999. It was mapped business unit and department. So I'm clicking on edit. I'm clicking on edit, and now it is the status is in the draft mode. Here it is optional checkbox is selected. Blank values are allowed. Blank values are allowed means optional. So now I'm changing this one. Okay, so I have removed this allow blanks. Now it is only star, means it is mandatory, and here it is optional still. So if it is double quoted start and end, means it is blank is allowed. Here it is mandatory. It is not, blanks will not be allowed. Blanks will not be allowed. So now it is in the draft mode. I am clicking on activate. If I click on activate, it will change to activating. Later it will be activated. Look at this one. So it is batch job. I'm clicking activate. Observe, it is status is activating. So if it is activating, you cannot use it. I mean to say it is not effective. If it is activate, then only it will show. It will affect properly. So now it is active. Now what we did for accounts 10002 3999, that means for all asset accounts, liability accounts, and equity accounts, for all assets, liabilities, and equities accounts, business unit is mandatory. We made some changes. Business unit is mandatory. Now we know already some transaction, like how to do a payment. Suppose we are doing vendor payment. Example I'm giving you. We are doing vendor payment. Let me refresh. This screen is stuck in between. So now I'm clicking new, select the journal name, click on lines, select the vendor account, click tab. So during vendor payment, our bank balance will be decreased. So bank will be credited. That means vendor account will be debited. So I have entered. Check number should be filled in. Okay. Now I'm clicking on validate. Before posting, I'm just validating this one. So what is the errors I'm getting? Let us understand. It was okay. So I understood, like in the financial dimensions, it is already populated. Let me remove these dimensions first. It is populated automatically. That is the reason we are not getting any error messages. Suppose I have not mapped any dimensions. Now, when I'm trying to validate, click on validate. What is the error message I'm getting? Look at this one. So it is operation completed. Message details. Look at this one. You must select a value in the business unit field in combination with the following dimensions values that are valid. So for this account, main account 200110, for this account, the combination was not valid beyond the business unit financial dimension. It is telling like financial dimension business unit has some problems. Dimension values were validated with the account structure manufacturing BS. So manufacturing BS has not validated properly. What it means, in the manufacturing BS, you have made something mandatory that you are not mapping. That may be business unit, that may be department, that may be anything. So initially this is not validating. That means it is failing this area. And here it was mentioned clearly, you must select business unit. And in the same manner for this accounts also. Understood? So without those dimensions, system will not allow, because in the ledger form, in this accounting structure, you need to map. Here we made business unit is mandatory. So for accounts 1000023999 in accounts, I have mapped business unit mandatory, department optional. Suppose I am making department also mandatory. I'm removing this blank allowed. Then it is mandatory. I'm activating. So it is activating. Once it is refreshed, it will be active. Okay, now it is active. So now let me try what is happening. Validate. So once again the message details. So main account is not validated dimension value account structure. Here the combination was not validated beyond the main account dimension combination. So we are getting some error messages. It is failing. So you are neglecting these error messages. Suppose you are trying to post this one. What happens? We will get so many errors. So it is stopped. Red circle cross means the posting has been stopped. If you verify, there are many errors. Okay, so it is once again it is telling like the business unit department combination error messages, and not only that one, extra check number must be filled in. Check number must be filled in because you have not entered check number. So that is for check method of payment. We made check number is mandatory, that is not filled, and accounting structure related issue also it is coming, and you are not able to post. Understood? What is the errors? Suppose vendor invoice. I'm deleting this one. We'll do another one is vendor invoice. What is the errors I'm getting? Let us see. That is invoice journal, accounts payable, invoices, invoice journal. Clicking on new, invoice journal, lines. Okay, vendor. Here we are entering the date, invoice date. Suppose invoice date also I'm missing intentionally. Actually from vendor it is already dimension is filling. Actually let me remove that dimension. Let me remove this dimension because I want to show you the error messages. Okay, I'm skipping this one. I'm entering suppose 305. Okay, and I'm removing this and I'm mapping some account. Anything is fine. Suppose expense account. I have entered something. Now if I'm clicking validate, it will show validate means it will validate accounting structure. So let me show you the messages. So it is telling like you must select value in business unit field. It is speaking only 200110, that is vendor related account. Okay, but it is not explaining about 606300. It is not throwing any error warning message related to 606300. The reason behind for 606300 that is in another structure. In this structure we have not made any mandatory fields. So that means you are allowed to make optional. Business unit department cost center val item group is not mandatory. So if it is not mandatory, it will not throw error messages related to that account. But it is throwing error message for only this main account. Okay, so I understood like business unit is mandatory, the combination is not valid, business unit is mandatory, I understood. Now if I want to add business unit, then for this account I can go to financial dimensions, account, I'm mapping dimension. business unit dimension I'm mapping. Fine, it was mapped. Now let me validate. If I click OK, so now validating of accounting structure will be done. So now it is telling like department is not filled, because for the accounting structure 100029999, for this account structure, that means for this ledger accounts I made like business unit and department mandatory. Now it is throwing error message related to department. Okay, understood. Now I need to map department also here. As per the accounting structure, department is mandatory. I made it. So now save. Now let me validate and let me show you what is coming in the messages. So it is throwing error message, item number is not filled in. So we need to map, because if it is a vendor invoice, item number must be filled in. Okay, so the same thing, you can click on validate, simulate posting also. You will get the same error messages. Invoice number must be filled in. Then you need to enter the invoice number and amount. It was entered. Offset account also posted, entered. Now let me click on validate. So it will show you journal is okay. So operation completed, journal is okay. Here in this offset account, I have not mapped any dimensions. For this vendor account, I have mapped dimensions, because system is verifying for this account but not for this account, because two accounts are in two different structures. Two accounts are in two different structures. This is one structure, another one. So here you can create n number of structures. You can create any number of structures. You can create any number of structures, and then suppose for each account you should have one structure. It is must, but it should not allow double, like two structures or three structures. I will explain you what is that meaning. Okay, here for 1 series, 2 series, 3 series, we made business unit and department mandatory, and for 4 series to 9 series, we have made it optional. So now I'm trying to post. So if you verify the voucher, for 2 series we have mapped dimensions, business unit and department. For 6 series we have not made mandatory, it is optional. That is the reason it is posted like this. Okay, so now whenever you are mapping this, you can create any number of structures. Suppose I want to map like this. I want business unit plus department. Here I want department. For this I want cost center. I can create cost center, and for 4002 5999 I want to map business unit plus item group. I want business unit, otherwise department plus cost center. If I want like this, yes, you can map. You can map in the system whatever the way you want. This is one structure, this is another structure, this is another structure, this is another structure, this is another structure. I can create like these structures, and you can attach to the ledger form. So here any combination, suppose I don't want like this, I want suppose 13999 and from 140002 and 1999 I want business unit plus cost center, suppose. Yes, you can create. You can create any combinations, but you cannot create like this. Here there is a overlap. So system will not allow to add this structure to the ledger form because there is a overlap. If you are doing like this, it will throw warning message. Suppose if you are mapping like this, what happens? System will not recognize 1-4 series. Even though main accounts are there, system will throw error message, main account does not exist. Suppose 140100 is there, so it will throw error message main account 140100 is not exist. If I verify in the main accounts, it will show main accounts 140100, but it will throw error message. The reason behind, one account structure must be exist for any chart of account, any main account. It is must, you need to map at least one structure and only one structure. So for any main account should have one structure and only one structure. Understood? Any confusion here? It is important. Okay, so whenever you are doing, if it is a vendor or bank something, you can do from here. Otherwise, if it is ledger accounts, so yesterday I have shown one more new journal name, general ledger, collapse, general entries, general journals. Here also we can do this journals. This is accountants will enter so many journals. Accountants know a lot. journal voucher, JV. They will use the word JV, 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 accountants. If you are a commerce background guy, you know like JV. What is this JV? Journal voucher. That is here. Okay, you can enter any account. Suppose we are entering some account. Take the example. Suppose I'm entering for bonds. I'm not entering any dimensions. I'm skipping. So it is telling clearly like blank is not allowed for business unit for the combination. I'm neglecting. Just I'm skipping. I'm entering suppose 500 and offset account I'm entering 110, 110, 180 something account I'm mapping. Here also I'm skipping. So it is telling like blank is allowed, but I'm trying to post or if I'm trying to validate, it will throw error messages. So it is not only one journal for any transaction across Dynamics AX, whether it is a vendor invoice, whether it is a vendor payment, customer invoice, customer payment, any transaction, if you are posting to finance, at that time system will validate this accounting structures. Understood or any confusion here? It will validate this structure. This is JV. We will use the JV a lot. I mean to say, accountants, they will enter a lot about this journal vouchers. Okay, just give me 1 minute. I'll be back in 1 minute. Yeah, I'm back. So accounting structure will be validated if you are posting any transaction. Any transaction, if you are posting to finance, then it will validate the accounting structure. Suppose, let me show you the error messages. What is the error message? We get it. So it is telling clearly business unit must be filled in. Business unit must be filled in the combination with the following dimensions. So for this account, here it is throwing error message. Okay, now system is telling like business unit. So if it is other than ledger type or customer, vendor or anything here, then it will not show here. You need to go to financial dimensions. But if it is a ledger, you can enter immediately here itself. Business unit, and I'm skipping department because in the error message it is telling once again department is blank is not allowed for the department combination. So then by looking into this one, you need to be very much clear about this accounting structure. Based on that account structure, you need to map. Next, I'm trying to post now. Validate. It is throwing once again error messages. It is throwing for 110180. Suppose I have mapped only business unit. Only business unit I have mapped. Skipping the department. Let me try what happens. If you click on validate or simulate posting, anything is fine. Once again, I'm getting error messages. So it is asking department. So until and unless all the required fields not mapped, then it will throw error message. All the required fields you need to map. It is must. It is must. You need to map. So now on validate. So as soon as it is there, it will show red circle cross because you are getting error messages. If it is everything is fine, that red circle will be gone and it is operation is completed and journal is okay. So if you click on simulate posting, once again it is everything is fine, you are allowed to post. So journal is okay. So if it is blue highlighted screen is coming, means it is everything is fine. Now we can post this transaction. So understood this accounting structure, it was posted. If you verify the voucher, you can see the voucher, it is posted with combinations. So you need to remember, like, you can create any number of structures, and you can tag to the ledger form, you can attach to the ledger form. But remember, each and every account should have one structure, and should have only one structure. I mean to say, suppose I have entered like this, because 13000 is available in this structure, and in this structure system will confuse like which structure I need to execute. That is the reason whenever you are attaching here in the ledger form, whenever you are attaching, it will stop you whenever you are clicking add, and if you are adding that one, it will throw error message, it is a overlap is there, system will not allow. So as I told you, this accounting structure is equal to, if you compare with human being with ERP, this accounting structure is equal to your brain. Okay, so brain is most important for a human being. In the same manner here also, accounting structure is most important. Based on instructions giving by brain, you are activating. I mean to say, if you want to speak, your brain needs to give instructions. If you want to write, if you want to sing, anything, your brain will give instructions, then only you are acting. In the same manner, accounting structure, this based on this accounting structure instructions, all the transactions will be posted in Dynamics AX in the entire application. It is not only finance, it is for every module. There are so many modules. You will find manufacturing process, that is production control, master planning, any module. There are so many modules, am I right? Each and every module will validate this accounting structure. Once this accounting structure is passed, I mean to say, if it is validated, then only it will allow you to post it to the financial transactions. So it is most important. Clear? Any doubt in this? regarding this accounting structure. Fine, I hope it is clear. Now coming to vendor invoice, vendor payment, customer invoice, customer payment. If it is a customer invoice, we learned one free text invoice. Free text invoice. We learned free text invoice. If it is a free text invoice, customer account data to revenue account credit. This we learned. Okay. Now this is one type of invoice. Now I am introducing another. Customer invoices can be executed in two different forms. One is free text invoice. Next one is sales order invoice. Sales order invoice. Okay. Sales order invoice means here, if it is a sales order invoice is posted, then customer account data to revenue account credit, and next cost of goods account data to inventory account credit. There are four lines will be posted if it is a sales order invoice. What it means? Suppose you are selling mouse, you are selling keyboard. Suppose keyboard you are selling at the rate of 1000. So then here also it will be updated 1000. Fine. You are going to receive money 1000. So revenue is 1000. But the cost of the item is 800 only. So you from your inventory 800 value is going out. It is positive. You are going to receive money. It is negative. And this is cost. So this is a cost value. This is sales value. The difference between cost value and sales value is profit to your organization. So this is sales value, cost value. This is sales value. Understood? So earlier you have learned customer invoice means free text invoice. If it is a free text invoice, customer account data to revenue account credit. Debit means what comes in, credit means what goes out. This you have already learned. You know this one. Okay. At that time, we have learned only one process, free text invoice option. Now you are learning second option, sales order invoice. This is without any item. Without any item, you are doing invoice to the customer. Here, trading item. That means you are purchasing the material, you are selling the material. If you are selling the material, you need to raise an invoice, customer invoice. So the ultimate goal for any organization is this one. Majorly. So any business, they will purchase the material, they will sell the material. So the material means it is a trading item. You are purchasing and you are selling. That is called trading item. So at that time, these are the transactions it will be posted. Customer account data to sales revenue account credit, that is revenue account credit, and cost of goods account data to inventory issue account credit. Inventory. Here 800 rupees worth of material is going out from your inventory. From your inventory, it is going out. 1000 rupees you are receiving money, that is debit. And here revenue account will be, these two are P&L side, these two are profit and loss account side. That is the reason it is quite opposite. This revenue will be shown as a negative. So in our chart of accounts, this is one series. This is revenue accounts 4 series. This is 5 series. This is 1 series. What is this 1 series, 2 series means? 1 means assets, 2 means liability, 3 means equity, 4 means sales revenue, 5 cost of goods or purchase expenses, 6 expenses, 7 income, that is other incomes, 8 appropriation. That we have learned. So here customer account will be posted in 1 series. This is 4 series. So revenue account, actually this is income. Income will show in P&L side, income will show negative and expenses will show positive.
Sacha, can you show me scroll down so we can't able to see the two revenue?
Is it to everyone? Okay, fine, no issues. So this is postings. Understood? Any doubt here? So let me show the sales order invoice. Of course, the sales order invoice is majorly 80%, 90% function is related to trade and logistics. It is related to T&L, but you should know about this also. Sales order invoice. Okay. So free text invoice we have already saw. I have explained and I have posted some transactions. I think you are practicing. Now let me show you sales order invoice how to post, and let us see whoever is joining for T&L people, they know like how to create a sales order invoice. And let me show the invoice postings for this one. So I don't want to make mandatory now. I want to make it optional. If you want, I can make it that also. Okay, let me show with this mandatory only. And in the sales order invoice, how it is behaving, let us see, and then I will change it. So usually sales order invoice means it will be sales and marketing, sales orders, all sales orders. It is available in AR also. We'll discuss that one AR later. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm clicking new. Select the customer account. So don't select DE001. It is intercompany customer. You will get confused about that one. Leave this DE001. Select any customer next to ES001 while practicing. Okay. So here site and warehouse is there. You can select here or later also you can select. And select the item 1000 for practicing purpose. Select the item 1000. So click tab. It is saving. Give me 1 minute. So site and warehouse. So entered some amount, sales price. So intermediate, there are so many things inside, like you can do confirmation and you can do generate picking list, post packing slip. These all are T&L. We'll discuss if high level information I will give you, but not in depth, because that is, if you want to understand in depth, it is T&L topics. Now I'm doing invoice. Okay, I'm doing invoice. Generate invoice. As per Microsoft, this sales order invoice is a part of T&L, trade and logistics. But we should know, being a finance consultant. So now I'm entering and I'm posting here. So one pop-up message will come. It is telling like you don't have printer, because this is a sales order invoice. It will ask you to take a printout from the printer. I don't have anything now. Okay, no problem. Please proceed. So if you verify, it is throwing error message. Department field combination. It is throwing error message related to department, business unit and department. There are lot many. Okay, the reason behind, we have made business unit and department mandatory. That is the reason it is throwing error messages. So what I have to do? You can go to the header level and you need to map dimensions here, financial dimensions. I need to map business unit and department. So I'm mapping business unit and department. Save. Next. Click OK. It is telling like line level also you want to update. Yes, I'm clicking OK. Now if I go to line details, in the line details downside, you will find financial dimensions. It is updated business unit and department. If you want, you can change business unit and department also, line level also. So now I'm posting. Generate invoice. Click OK. And OK. Now it will be posted. If you verify now invoice, voucher, look at this one. Customer account data to revenue account credit, and cost of goods account data to cost of units means it is inventory. Cost of units means it is inventory account credit. This one. So here it is showing 1900. Customer account data to revenue account credit. and then cost of goods account data to inventory issue. Inventory means here cost of units. So inventory is called, the inventory value is called cost of units in D365. In 2012, you will find inventory issue or issue. Just ISSUE. Issue means inventory issue. But whereas in D365, it was renamed as cost of units. Understood? Any doubt here? So till now you have learned 4 transactions, that is customer invoice, customer payment, vendor invoice, vendor payment. In customer invoice, only one option you have learned earlier. Now I am showing another option, sales order invoice. Let me show once again. So you understood now, like the mandatory dimensions. I don't want mandatory dimensions, otherwise every time it will stop me. I want to make it optional. So in real time scenario, anyhow it is mandatory. If it is mandatory, you need to face that information. I'm making optional only. Active, activate. Now it will be activating. Now it will change to active. Now it is active. Fine. I made it optional. So now it will not throw any error messages. So what we need to do, sales order invoice means sales and marketing. Sales and marketing. In this sales orders, all sales orders, click new. Select the customer. So while doing, don't select customer D001, DG001, because that is intercompany. So intercompany you don't know, you will get confused. So that is the reason you can select any other customer other than DE001. And site and warehouse you can select here, or you can select in the line details also. Item 100. So it was entered. Give me 1 second. By mistake it was updated with 1. Let me map site and warehouse, because at line in the very first level I have not mapped. So this will be created by sales, or this will be created by trade and logistics, T&L consultants. I mean to say business people, whoever is doing sales orders, they will create. Once it is created, finance team will do invoicing. It is in sales and marketing now. So finance team means it is in accounts receivable modules, accounts receivable module, collapse all. Here orders, sales orders. It will show already created by other team. That sales order it will be shown here, and you can come here and you can do invoicing. This will be done by finance team. This will be done by finance team. Okay, I'm clicking. Okay. In between sales order to invoice, in between there are some more steps that I will discuss with you later. So if you verify invoice, it will show the 4 lines. So customer account data to revenue account credit. Say here customer balance account data to revenue account credit, and cost of goods account data to cost of units. That is, cost of units means inventory credit. This is customer invoice. using sales order process. Any doubt till now? Anything else? Anyone has any doubts here? If nothing, we'll connect once again tomorrow, 6 a.m. IST. We'll, if any doubts, please let me know. Otherwise, we can, whoever is joining for finance, please join for finance. Sorry, I meant to say T&L. See you, bye.